Mornings with Jaresha is a radio show and podcast here to equip, empower, and elevate you to the next level by helping you win your mornings and win your day with inspiration and motivation so you can wake, slay, pray, and take action. Today is a fabulous day to be great, have great, and do great. You just have to be willing to unleash your greatness and take action. This show is for everyone from all walks of life who just simply want to feel empowered and motivated to take the next step. Now, let's get it, let's go. Mornings with Jaresha begins now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to Mornings with Jaresha. Listen, it's been a while. It has been a while, but I'm so excited to come before you this new year, new beginning, and let me tell you, I have a lot to share with you. So, if this is your first time tuning in to the Mornings with Jaresha show, again, let me just welcome. I'm so excited that you are tuning in on this show. It is all about helping you win your mornings and win your day with inspiration and motivation so you can wake, pray, slay, and take action. And so each and every episode, I am just going to bring everything to you to help you feel empowered to start your day and to really win your day. So today is going to be no different. Today is not any different. I have missed being on the platform. It has been a while. And as we have talked about before, I'm not going to say that life is just, out here lifing, but I will say that I took a much needed time to just take a break, reset, refocus, and I'm back. I am back. I am back and I'm ready and I'm excited. So let's just dive right in because when I tell you there's so much that I have and want to share with you all today. But before we do, I have to give you the breakfast breakdown. And the breakfast breakdown is all about me sharing what I'm loving, what I'm learning, and what makes me feel empowered. And what I am loving, I love so many things right now because what I normally do at the end of the year is take time to reflect on the whole entire year and all the things that worked, the things that didn't. And so although we're at the beginning of something new, it is still a good time if you have not taken the time to reflect on you, reflect on the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? So I am absolutely just loving the time that I have spent in this reflection time. The time just really, taking a moment to pause. And I will tell you that it's not just an end of the year thing for me. So I am still in that reflective time because what generally happens is as we are walking into new things or as we are resetting and refocusing, that is the time that you can pause and say, you know what? This really worked for me. This worked for me this month. This worked for me this year. And I'm going to continue doing this. I'm going to continue down this path so that I can execute on my goals, my journeys, and walking into my purpose. Hey there, busy professionals and small business owners.
Are you struggling to keep track of your tasks and projects? Do you find it challenging to stay organized and focused with all the chaos of daily responsibilities? Well, we've got just a solution for you, Todoist. Todoist is a powerful to-do list and task manager designed to help professionals and small businesses like yours streamline their tasks, projects, and so much more. Imagine having all your tasks and projects neatly organized in one place, easily accessible whenever you need them. With Todoist, you can boost your personal and team productivity, enhancing your efficiency and focus throughout the day. I personally use Todoist every single day, and it has revolutionized the way I manage my work and stay on top of my priorities. If you're looking for a tool that will genuinely help you get organized and stay focused, Todoist is your answer. But don't just take my word for it. Try it out for yourself and experience the difference. The link to try Todoist is in the show notes. Trust me, you won't regret it. So what are you waiting for? Click that link in the show notes and start your journey towards unparalleled productivity today. That's Todoist, where your to-do list becomes a done list.
And so, what I'm really loving these days is being able to spend that time reflecting, being able to spend that time really meditating. And it has really become my thing that I'm doing each and every day. So, I don't think I've ever talked about this on this show, but I have really walked into doing specific kind of meditations. And if I can be completely honest with you guys, it has truly, to me, I feel like it's been a game changer. A game changer for me because it is allowing me to block out time in my calendar specifically for meditation and just being still. So, one of the meditations that I've been doing I did it a long time ago, but I've really kind of started doing them again. If you're not familiar with some of Joe Dispenza's meditations, I'm absolutely loving his morning and his evening meditation. Now, I believe it's available on his website, but I actually found them on Apple. So on your iTunes is where I found the morning and the evening meditation, and I'm really really loving this. I'm really really loving it. So if you haven't got a chance to check it out, and let us know how you love it because I love it. So what I'm learning at this time, I am learning so much and I've learned so much. And that's the good thing about reflecting, because when you reflect, you're able to look at all of the lessons that you've learned. You're able to, you know, take a specific time and say, you know what? Yeah, this was a rough time. I was going through this storm, or, this was, not the best time of my life during this time. But guess what? There were so many lessons that I learned. And so, what I am learning right now, I'm learning so much, y'all, and I'm so excited about it. But I am learning more about this digital marketing world. Now, I recently, and this was last year, that I actually launched my own community, and so it's growing, it is exciting, but I'm learning so much in such a short time, and I am enjoying this space that I'm in. I am enjoying it. When I tell you I'm enjoying it, I am enjoying it so much because of this is a world for me that I've always enjoyed. I've always enjoyed, the digital creative, side of things. And so I'm really, really enjoying this space that I'm in, which means that as I'm learning more, we are actually working on some content that I will be releasing out. And I'm super excited. I can't wait to release it. But that's what happens. That's what's happened during the space of me learning and growing. As I'm learning, I'm like, oh, this is amazing. I need to not just have this as content and as products, digital products that's out there and available for those that want, that want to get it, but also those that want to learn it as well. So I'm loving this space. I don't know if I said this at the beginning of the show, but this is the new year. The new year, it's new beginnings, and it is time for us to really get our head in the game and crush it. So keep that in mind as I continue talking through this breakfast breakdown. But that's what I'm learning. I'm actually loving it. I'm learning it. I'm loving and learning it. And it is now, I will say that there are some times where I'm like, you know what, because I'm learning all of this from specific people, experts, right? Subject matter experts. And it is very interesting just to see the flow and how everything has evolved over the years with content creation. It's like mind blowing. So here's what I'm going to say. If you're not, this is not like your world or you're not familiar, I'm going to say this. And, please hear me and hear me good. You need to learn more about this whole digital marketing, this this and it's like it's all about technology. So this technology world, I know some people that still hasn't really embraced how much we've evolved, and it's only going to keep evolving, it's only going to keep moving. And I feel like if you don't get on the train, you're going to get left. So that's where, as you are in your reflective time, as you are looking at the areas of your life that you want to grow, that you want to develop, you need to really understand more about this world. Now, you may not want to step into that content creation and putting on that content creation hat. However, understand and know that it is important for you to at least to understand what is happening in that whole world. So that's what I'm loving. That's what I'm learning. And what is really making me feel empowered is so each and every year I create, some kind of goal growth vision board. And this year is no different. However, this year I did do some things a little different as far as my goals and how I put it out, my vision board and everything else. And so, and I'm loving it. It's something. It was a learning process for me too, but it's making me feel empowered because beforehand, I would have my vision board I would create, and then it would I would connect my planner and, my journals and everything else with it, with my visualization and just that whole process. And this time I completely did things different. So I have my planner that I'm utilizing, and I'm utilizing one planner. I have my manifesting notebook, and I'm loving it because it's really pulling out the creative side of me again. Again, let's go back to what I just mentioned, the creative, creating content and learning, and this is the space that I'm in. So it's pulling out that creative side of me. And I said this year I don't want to just have my vision board, set up with, just a collage of this and normally it's like a lot of quotes and inspirational things. And then I have images and all of that, but I wanted to set it up a little bit different. And so that's what I did. I actually did a bingo goal card this year too, which if you don't know what that is, make sure you check it out. You can look on TikTok. You can even go to my TikTok and I have a video on there as well. But I did that and I'm loving that. I'm loving the whole idea of a bingo card with your goals on there. So that's a new concept. It's a new idea. It may not be new to you, but I'm telling you, it's new to me. And it's really making me feel empowered. And then I did my collage of images, and I did all of this in Canva because I love Canva. Who doesn't, right? I love Canva. I did it in a way where it looks like almost, like a Polaroid camera took the pictures, and I have specific things. I have me in a lot of the images, which oftentimes when we create vision boards and we're trying to manifest things, we don't, we don't always put ourselves on the vision board. So if you haven't created your vision board yet, I'm going to, make that suggestion to you. Include yourself, have yourself on your vision board. So I did that. I have myself on my vision board, and I have, really specific things on my vision board, and it's the image of it. And then I have the words that's underneath, again, like the idea of the Polaroid camera. I haven't posted images of my vision board, and I'm not going to. That's another thing that I'm doing different. So these are things that I'm wanting to manifest in my life this year. And it's really starting based off of a month to month basis. So items that I'm manifesting for January, February, March, so on and so forth. And I feel like even though we, like we go to these parties and, some of us may do the virtual vision board parties and have a big party that we do all together where we're creating our vision boards. And, and I've facilitated vision board parties. I've went to vision board parties. So I've been on both sides of that. And you're creating. And for me, it was very much intentional for me to not create one in one of the parties that I'm facilitating. I wanted to just have this as a time where I can do this myself, where I can sit with it for a moment and, really process my goals and just be in that deep thought space. And so I'm happy that I did it that way. Nothing against, going to the parties and all of that. I have nothing against it. But for me, I wanted to do things different because there's a lot this year that I am manifesting. And so because of that reason, I didn't want to have it, like on public display where, I'm putting it on social and showing people my vision board and everything else. I wanted to be very much private this year, just for me. And so that is what's making me feel empowered. And I'm feeling so empowered by so many things. So get ready because this season, this year of Mornings with Jaresha is going to be full of just some really great information, some really great tools that's going to really help you feel empowered, that's going to help you execute on your goals, your dreams, and walking into your purpose. And so let's just jump right in. That was the morning, that was the breakfast breakdown for the morning. I hope that as you hear this, listen to my breakfast breakdown, that it will allow you to kind of, think and get your wheels a turning to where you can write down your own breakfast breakdown. What are the things that you're loving, you're learning, and what's making you feel empowered? When I tell you, if you just incorporate that into your reflective time, each and every day, it will absolutely change, and it will change your life, but it will bless your life as well. So let's dive into what we're going to talk about today, as this is the first episode of this new year. And I did that intentionally. I was like, oh, let me wait a little bit before we jump into this new year because I'm super focused, laser focused, super excited. And I really want you to get your head in the game. So that is what I have been spending this time doing, is really getting my head in the game. And I really wanted this to be something that, it's fresh, it's new, and it just motivates you to a whole nother level. Because let's be honest, we're in the time where everyone is excited, right? We're all excited. We're excited about our goals. We're excited about, everyone's excited when something is new. New, new month, new year, new beginnings. Everyone is excited. However, that quickly turns probably in, the end of January, beginning of February, where we started off the year excited, and then, things occur within our life, and that can quickly change. But here's the thing. We have to continue, regardless of whatever changes, whatever shifts in your life, you have to learn how to pivot in that thing. You have to learn how to pivot in a way that you are not responding to whatever that thing is within your life, and you're continuing to keep your head in the game and crushing it. So I really thought it was fitting to title this episode New Year, New Beginnings, Get Your Head in the Game and Crush It. Because if we can be honest, that is something that you're going to want to do. Like, if this could be even your mantra for the year, you need to keep thinking that. You need to feel it. You need to decree, declare, affirm it. You need to put it down. That needs to be something that you have in your mind each and every day as things occur in your life, so that you can continue to push forward. So let's dive into it, right? Let's dive into it, because again, if you started this year and, maybe you already created your vision board and you have your planner, you have all these goals, you have everything mapped out, and you're good. Let me just be the first to congratulate you. But understand, you still need to feel empowered, because they're gonna be moments in your life where you're like, you know what? I don't know about this. I don't feel this way. I'm not feeling it. I don't like, I'm not even focused on this goal. And I don't want that to be your story. I don't want that to be your story at all. I need you to continue pushing forward. I need you to be so on fire this year for you, so on fire for your goals, your dreams, and walking into your purpose, and whatever that looks like for you. Whatever that looks like for you. And guess what? In order for you to know what that looks like, that means you need to sit down with yourself. Now, I talk about this all the time, and how we have to be willing to sit down with yourself, because many of us we can't even do that. We haven't even, we're so consumed by everything. We're consumed by, our phones, by social media, by distractions that we allow in. You have to be so consumed by your goals. You have to be so consumed by your dreams, so consumed by your purpose, that you don't allow the distractions to come in. Listen, what you did last year, you can't do this year unless it worked for you. So that means you have to be willing to get rid of all of those distractions. Because in order for you to crush it, in order for you to get your head in the game, you're going to have to do something different. What you did last year is no longer working. It's no longer going to work for you this year. So you have to be willing to be intentional. You have to be willing to get your head in the game. Because if you are wanting to execute on those goals, and maybe you haven't even written out your goals, but if you're wanting to execute on your dream, your goals, your dreams, and walk into your purpose, this is the show that's going to help you. This is the day that you're going to stop. You're going to stop making excuses for yourself. This is the day that you're going to get absolutely 150% laser focused on you. Stop allowing the negative narrative. Stop allowing external things, people that is, speaking failure into your life. Stop allowing those things to have access to you. That's why I said you need to sit with yourself. That's first and foremost. So if you don't have time for you, and I'm not talking about time for you to, jump on the couch and you binge watch your favorite show. I'm not talking about time for you to scroll social media, and get your laugh on and everything. No, 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 no. Because at the end of the day, none of those things are serving you. Help me understand. No, not even help me. Help yourself understand how the things that you were doing before actually served you. They didn't. They did not serve you, so that it's time to do something different. You have to get rid of those things. And maybe with some of it, because I'm not saying I don't like a good, Netflix show, because we all do. However, you have to stay focused. So your go-to shouldn't be, I'm going to binge watch this for the next however many hours. Your go-to should be, I'm going to focus on doing the things I need to do. And then if I have time, after I've gotten my list done, that's when I'm going to take some time out to watch my favorite show. So it becomes, that is your incentive. That is your reward for crushing it, for doing the things that you need to get done for you. Stop making excuses. Those excuses that you made didn't work for you last year. So we're not even going to bring them into this year. We're going to leave them in last year. And we're going to say, it's time to start fresh. It's time to start fresh. It's time to have that new beginning. It's time for you to get your head in the game. What is it going to take for you to get your head in the game? That is a question. Write that down. What is it going to take for you to get your head in the game? What distractions do you need to get out of your life? What distractions do you need to get rid of that is not serving you? At the end of the day, let me tell you what I did. I had to, I really, sometimes we just continue to allow those distractions, the distractions coming in, and then we're, at the end of the thing trying to figure out why. Why is it that I'm not where I want to be? Why is it that I feel stuck? Why, and why? And here's what I'm going to tell you. A lot of the whys that we're asking, oh, I feel stuck. I'm not where I want to be. It's all because of ourselves. We get in our own way. And I feel like we know that thing, but yet we don't do anything about it. You have to do something about it. I can sit here and tell you every single day to get rid of the distractions, every single day to get rid of those things that's no longer serving you. However, you have to take the initiative. When are you going to take the initiative? Write that down. When are you going to take the initiative? Your response should be today. Today is the day that I'm going to take the initiative. Today is the day that I'm going to get my head in the game. Today is the day that I'm going to start crushing it. Today is the day that I'm going to do something different. Today is the day. Today is your day. Because this is a new year. It's new beginnings. You have to get your head in the game. In order for you to be intentional, you have to do things different. What are you going to do different? That's another question. Write that down. What are you going to do different from what you did last year? Because again, if you ended the year and you felt like you didn't accomplish all the things that you wanted to accomplish, then it's time to look at the process. It's time to look at some of the things that you did and the things that you didn't do so that you can incorporate that into your new you, your new year, your new beginning, you getting your head in the game. First and foremost, you need to be willing to sit down with yourself. Sit down with yourself to get clear on what you want. You need clarity. And many of us think we have it and we don't. We absolutely don't. And that could be part of the reason why you didn't accomplish all the things that you wanted to accomplish last year. You need to get clear with what you want for you. What is it that you're wanting to manifest this year? What is it that you truly want? What is what is the life that you desire? What is the reality that you're trying to create? What does that look like? Now, I feel like we have so many tools and resources at our fingertips that we're not utilizing. And that's why I say, again, going back to when I was talking about the breakfast breakdown, you have to be willing to learn more this year than what you've ever learned. So if you haven't stepped into the world of ChatGPT and what that is and how you can utilize it for your life, you need to make sure that's on your list this year. You need to learn how it can work for you. And you know what? Before you even add that excuse of saying, well, technology, I'm not really into technology and I don't really know. You don't know until you know. When I tell you, ChatGPT will bless you in so many different ways. It is a tool, it is an AI tool that is designed to really help you. So if, again, write that down. That needs to be one of the things that's on your list as to you learning how it can help you. Now, you don't have to be an expert. No, I'm not saying that. You don't have to be an expert, but you do need to learn how it can help you. What resources, what tools you can utilize to help you in your life. And that's whether it's personal, whether it's professional, you need to write that down. So, first and foremost, you need to sit down with yourself. With sitting down with yourself, you need to find out what are the tools, the resources that you need to really tap into. You need to gain clarity on what it is that you want. What is the life that you are trying to create for yourself? What does that look like? Write it out, write it down. And the reason why I mentioned ChatGPT, because it can help you with that process. So you can utilize it in a way to where you actually write down your goals, write down, the things that you're wanting to manifest, and it will help you figure out ways to break things down. That's a whole nother topic, a whole nother show. And I will do a show specifically on ChatGPT and some of the prompts and how you can help it, how you can use it to help you execute on your goals, your dreams, and walking into your purpose. The next thing that you really want to focus on is how can you truly cultivate a growth mindset? How can you cultivate a growth mindset? Because at the end of the day, how you start this year, and how you start each month, and knowing that things are going to happen, your mindset is the most important thing. Your mindset is the most important thing because it will make the difference in whether you succeed, whether you give up, whether you give excuses, whether you feel empowered. Your mindset is everything. So when I say this is the new year, it's a new beginning, get your head in the game, that is exactly what I mean. Your head in the game is all about your mindset and embracing what's next. Because understand there's always going to be a what's next. There's always going to be a next. Your next may be a challenge. Your next may be an opportunity. It's embracing what's next. And if your head's not in the game, if your head is not already conditioned to know that, okay, how am I going to respond to this? How am I going to respond to it? Am I going to allow it to shake up my whole entire world, or am I going to keep pushing forward? So your mindset, it is in how really how you condition your mindset. And this is something that you have to continue growing and developing. That's why I say cultivating a growth mindset. Because at the end of the day, your growth mindset is going to allow you to look at any kind of setback, looking at those setbacks as stepping stones that allows you to keep pushing forward so that you can overcome and you can keep overcoming. Now, we know that this life is it's not going to be easy, but many of us feel like it should be. Life is never going to be easy. That's exactly why you have to develop your mindset. Develop your mindset because success is not, it's not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that truly counts. And that, I don't know who, that's a quote by someone. I don't know who wrote the quote, but it's understanding that and what that means for our life. Understanding that your mindset is everything. And often, once you condition and condition and condition, so it's almost like if you were, if you're in that world of, working out and, maybe you were an athlete and how you have to get your body ready. Your mind is the same thing. You have to get yourself ready so that when things come, because they will, that you're prepared. So this is the time to prepare yourself. Prepare your mindset so that you can continue pushing forward, so that you can execute on your goals, your dreams, and walking into your purpose. That thing is so serious. It's so serious, and we need to move like it is. We need to move like it is. So the last thing that I'll mention is how important it is for us to have that supportive network.
Hey there, leaders and visionaries. Are you ready to elevate your game and unlock your maximum potential? I'm thrilled to introduce you to the Boss CEO Movement, a dynamic community crafted for leaders, motivators, and influencers just like you. Created by Jaresha Moore-Smith, this movement is your gateway to personal and professional transformation. So why join the Boss CEO Movement? Jaresha created this movement to unite individuals eager to invest in their growth and unleash their full potential. So if you want to join this community, you'll embark on a life-changing journey filled with growth and opportunity designed to boost your leadership and personal growth skills, ignite your motivation, and empower you to positively influence those around you. If you're ready to transform your life and lead with purpose, join the Boss CEO Movement, where leaders, motivators, and influencers come together to unlock their maximum potential. You'll engage in challenges, in an accountability, and so much more that will enhance your leadership abilities, boost your motivation, and expand your influence. As a member, you'll gain personal growth, elevate your leadership skills with insights and strategies, community support to connect and grow with like-minded individuals, motivation boosts to stay inspired with daily challenges and accountability, resource, access, and gain exclusive tools to help you reach your full potential, and influence expansion to learn, to empower, and inspire those around you. So don't miss the opportunity to become the best version of yourself. Visit the show notes and join the Boss CEO Movement today.
Now we hear this, we say it, and we hear it. And many of us want to have that network that we feel like, we can turn to, and we can have that community where, we can, the community of like-minded people and all of that. And many of us are still longing for that. So we haven't found our community yet. It's so important for you to surround yourself with people who is going to empower you, who's going to uplift you and motivate you. Understand that strong supportive system and network is going to be there to provide you with encouragement. So if you haven't found it, you need to add that to your list so you can keep looking. And don't stop looking until you find that community, till you find your community. It makes a difference. It makes a huge, huge difference. There is power in community. And I know this because I'm a part of a community. I know this because I have a community that I'm building. And listen, if you are looking for a community, please, by all means, look up the Boss CEO community. You are more than welcome to be a part of our community. Go to my page. There'll be details in the show notes about the community as well. I would love to have you in the community because at the end of the day, It helps to have other people who knows what you're going through, who is there to support you, who is there that is, like walking with you on this journey. Because again, we're all focused on executing our goals, our dreams, and walking into our purpose. So let's recap a little bit. Let's recap because I feel like there's a lot of action items that you should have at this point. So if this is something that you need to go back and listen to, write the action items down because it's important. The first and foremost, you need to sit down with yourself. Sit down, block some time for yourself. I like to call these CEO days. Block some time for yourself so that you can sit down with yourself away from distractions, not with your cell phone, not with the TV on. You can sit down to really get clear on what it is that you want. That's the first part. If you have not been able to manifest the things that you want or, execute on those goals, those dreams, and really walk into your purpose, and you haven't done that, you haven't sat down with yourself with a, notebook and pen, that could be part of why you're not moving the way that you want to move, why things are not shifting and happening in your life the way that you want them to. So you need to block out time for you to sit down with yourself, no distractions, get out your notebook, get out your pen, really get clear on the life that you're wanting for yourself. What does 2025 look like for you? What does this year look like for you? What does a new year, new beginning, getting your head in the game look like for you? What does it look like for you? Do not think because the fact that we are almost midway in January, that means you still can't do that for January. Stop thinking you have to start fresh at the beginning at a Monday or at the beginning of the week, at the beginning of a month. You can start on a Tuesday. You can start on a Wednesday. You just need to start. And it needs to start with you. You are the one that is going to put things in motion. So get clear. Get clear on what this year looks like for you. What is it that you want? If you have to start with the things that you don't want, then start there. But you need to get clear. You need to have these things down on paper so that you have them. And I would suggest not just grabbing any notebook that you've written everything else and maybe you wrote down, some other notes or something else in. Make this notebook specific for this thing. This is a brand new, fresh notebook that you're going to use. And it's going to be just for you with your new year, your new beginnings, and the things that you're really wanting to crush this year. That's it. Get clear. How can you cultivate a growth mindset? How can you continue to get your mind in the game? Well, listening to this podcast will help you. That's one. Listening to other podcasts, reading some books can help you get your mind in the game. You have to put yourself in the space in order for you to grow. You can't sit back and binge watch and think, growth is just going to happen to me automatically, because I'm going to tell you it doesn't. It does not. Things are not just going to happen for you automatically. So hopefully that's not your mindset, because understand that is a misconception. Nothing's going to just happen for you automatically. You have to do some work. You have to get your head in the game. And what does getting your head in the game mean to you? How can you condition your mindset? How can you grow? How can you cultivate a growth mindset? By making sure you are continually and being really intentional about putting yourself and surrounding yourself, putting yourself in an environment where you can grow, where it's conducive for growth. The last thing is find your community. Find your community. It's out there. It is out there. You may have to, search a couple of communities, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's in a platform like mine, wherever it may be. You have to find your community and you need to stick with it. You need to stick with it. You need to engage. Don't just find a community and sit back in the background watching. No, it's time to you to do something different. It's time for you to engage in the community. It's time for you to understand and recognize the power of community, the power of networking. Again, we're leaving those old habits in last year. We're not bringing those into the new year. So I really need you to understand these things, and I need you to focus on these things. Each and every episode this year is going to have some action items. So you can call it your homework, whatever, however you want to do it. It's going to have some action items for you to do. We're done just sitting back and not doing anything and not moving in the direction that we want to move in. We're done with that. We're done. We left that in last year. So if you want to get your head in the game, I invite you to travel on this journey. Travel on this journey each and every day with me so I can help you keep your head in the game. We're going to help you get your head in the game and help you keep your head in the game so you can crush it each and every day, each and every week, each and every month. And by the end of this year, you will be so excited, so on fire because of all of the things that you were able to manifest, all of the things that you were able to execute on, all of the things that you were able to achieve, the milestones you have achieved. It's time to get your head in the game. It's time to get your head in the game. Now, one of my mentors who I absolutely love says, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And if you don't know who said that, that's Eric Thomas. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, you'll be successful. That means you become so obsessed with you and the things that you're trying to accomplish. So this year is your year. It is time for you to really dig in deep. It is time for you to get it together and make no excuses. You have everything that you need to crush it. So it is time. It is time for you. It is time for you to show up and never give up. And you just heard that was my alarm. I have alarms that go off, and every alarm that goes off is motivation for me. That's another thing you can do in your life. If you need constant, you want to make sure you're consistently being motivated and empowered, every last alarm that goes off is some kind of motivational message. And that's what you heard. So it's time for you to get up. It's time for you to show up and never give up. Remember, greatness is not a destination. It is a journey. And each and every step you take is going to bring you closer to the person you were meant to be. The person you were meant to be. So yes, this is the new year. It is a new beginning, and it's time for you to crush it. It's time for you to get your head in the game. It's time for you to go out there and make this year the best year ever. Make this year legendary. So I hope you're ready to execute on your goals, your dreams, and walking into your purpose. Let's get it. Let's go.
Thank you for listening to the Mornings with Jaresha show. Follow me on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube at Jaresha Moore. Email Jaresha at empoweronpurpose.com and text 937-938-6373. And have a great day on purpose.